It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Ho Ho Oh, our Project Potter holiday special, guys. 25 straight nights of Christmas content and Christmas reviews. My name is Kyle, your host, guys. Welcome to Project Potter. Appreciate you stopping by, guys. We're here for night 8, A Christmas Story. And, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never liked this movie. There's just something about it that just bothers me. But I was like, you know what? It's Ho Ho Oh. It's the holiday season. It's Project P Christmas special. I'm going to go in with an open mind. This movie blows. The plot doesn't make sense. The characters aren't funny. There's no moral of the story. There's no feel-good adventure. There's nothing going on here, guys. There's no good villain. There's no great hero. All it is some kid with glasses that are too big for his head, and then he's got an adult vocabulary, but it's not even like the kid has it. It's just like an adult version of that kid narrating his own childhood story. They're putting like the biggest words in there, and it's so unnecessary, and this movie is unnecessary, and guys, this movie is such a chore. This really is like, oh my god, it was like an hour and a half, and I was like constantly checking the time, like there's still 30 minutes left in this movie. Like, what's going on here? There's a weird scene with the dad who like falls in love with this leg lamp, this like erotic leg lamp, and he is like, oh, it's so nice, and then it's like so weird, and it's like, who sent them that? It's never explained, and it's just like, I guess he won it in a contest, but like I don't know if I missed the contest or what happened, but like I just didn't care enough to pay attention to it. But I'm watching this movie, guys, and it's like the big draw is Ralphie, and it's just like something about this kid. He's a cute looking kid. Why is his skin so nice? He's just not likable enough. None of these characters are likable. This movie, you know what this movie reminds me of, guys? This movie is like a knockoff, or it's like if someone tried to parody, or not even parody, if someone tried to mimic National Lampoon Vacation or Sandlot or any great movies, they tried to make their version of this, and it just doesn't work. One saving grace for this dad is that he looks exactly like Tommy Lee Jones, especially from the side. Like, I could not believe it. I literally was looking up the cast, and I was like, is that Tommy Lee Jones? And then I was like shocked that it wasn't, because there were so many scenes where I was like, that's Tommy Lee. I know Tommy Lee when I see Tommy Lee. The mom is weird. What's the point? The kid goes out to the pole, and they dare him to like put his tongue on the pole, and they're like, it's gonna freeze, and they're like, no, it's not, and it's like, okay, and it's like trying to be a cute scene, but it doesn't really make sense in terms of the plot, and it's like, I know it's just kids being kids, and I'm not trying to be a Grinch or a Scrooge, guys, but man, this movie just sucks. It's so bad. You know what this movie also reminds me of, guys? If you ever go back and watch like some of the old comedies, like the 90s comedies, without the laugh tracks, it's like really uncomfortable and awkward and almost eerie in a way. That's how I felt watching this entire movie. And I was like, nothing, I didn't think anything was funny. And I'm like, I'm someone who like you throw in some prop comedy, you throw in some funny scenes or just funny scenarios, dude, like I'm gonna laugh at it. And this movie felt like it was trying to like copy The Sandlot in a way. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe this movie came out like after Sandlot. Maybe they saw the success of Sandlot and were like, oh, let's try and copy that. Nah, dude, this came out like 10 years before Sandlot. So the people making Sandlot were looking at this. I know it's different seasons and everything, guys, but they tried to push kind of like that kid adventure and like that natural, like, oh, these kids are friends. But I never felt a connection between Ralphie and his brother. I never felt a connection between Ralphie and his friends. Ralphie's whole thing is like he wants to get that Red Rider rifle or whatever, right? And it's like, okay, cool. And it's like, that's, this kid is going to do whatever it takes. And he's going to, beg and plead and all these things. And he's going to overcome any obstacles just to get this. And then he like gets to Santa at the end. And it's like, I know it's like, a couple of like mall employees and older people. The elf is like, you know, older than me probably. And it's like, oh, these are just adults that like want to get like clock out at 9 so they can go home, and they're like, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? They're hurrying up and they're yelling at the kids. But Ralphie has this big moment because he's like, oh man, I keep like they're like, you're gonna shoot Uriah, you're gonna shoot Uriah, like don't get that gun. And then he's like, oh wait, I have Santa, I can ask Santa. And he finally gets up to Santa, and then he just forgets what he wants. This thing that he wants so badly that spends the entire movie being like, what I wouldn't do for a red rifle guy or whatever, or a red rifle gun or whatever it's called. And then they're like, what do you want? And he's like, football. What's a football? And I'm like, what's a football, dude? What? Like your dad doesn't like football? Like you've never seen a football game? You're 9 years old, and That didn't make any sense. It took me out of the immersion, but I wasn't immersed in the first place, so I was like, this is just a nightmare. It just it's just not good, guys. Nothing's good. None of it's funny. I mean, the scene where he just goes berserk and beats up the bully. The bully was like obnoxiously over the top, like bully, and I'm like, okay, but we didn't get any like origin into that. Like, why is he bullying those kids? Like, did he have a bad childhood? Doesn't make sense. They're trying so hard for it to be good, and it just none of it worked for me, guys. I really, really went in with an open mind, but man, this movie is a slog. It's, I think, so poorly paced. There's so many scenes where I'm just like, why is this in the movie? Like, what's going on here? How Ralphie felt when he puts on that bunny costume at the end, where he's so miserable. That's how I felt the entire movie. So that's all I need to know about this one. Okay, guys, this is my favorite character. Do I have to pick one? Do I have to have a favorite character in a movie full of horrible characters? I guess I'm gonna go with the dad, but even the dad is like creepy with the that exotic leg. He's like, "Ha, you used all the glue on purpose," and I'm like, "What's going on?" The wife should have been like, "Dude, what's wrong with you? This is a plastic leg. Why are you like sexually attracted to this leg? It doesn't make any sense." There's one scene in the parade where Ralphie's like, come on, hurry up. And then he's like, shut up, Ralphie. And I was like, yeah, shut up, Ralphie. I wish everyone in this movie would shut up. Again, guys, I'm not trying to be a Grinch. I'm giving you my honest thoughts, but yeah, I didn't really like it. And there wasn't like one single great character or character that really stuck out. So I guess by default, we're going with the dad. Okay, guys, the worst character in this movie. I guess I'd have to pick the bully out if I had to pick someone, but not even because he did a bad job, just because we got no backstory. We don't know why he's bullying. Is like, again, why is he acting the way he is? Usually it's like a bad childhood or something like that, or he was picked on before by other kids, but that's never explained. So the bully was just over the top and, wearing this weird raccoon tail, and it's weird. Also, why is Ralphie's brother like so he's got so many coats on? And I was like, okay, is that because like the furnace went out? And then she's like, you can put your arms down when you get to school. And I was like, ah, that should be funny. But then Ralphie was just in like a normal winter coat. So I'm like, you guys are coming from the same house. Why is your brother in 12 layers? And why are you in a normal coat? I don't know, guys, but yeah, the bully, my worst character. Okay, guys, this might be a Project Potter first for the score. I don't know if I've ever put anything this low. And guys, I even feel like this is too high of a score. This, it's a 2.5. It's a 2.5, man. I don't know if we've ever put anything in the twos before, but I hate this movie. This movie actually kind of ruined my night, to be honest. I went in there. Again, I tried to go in with open mind. I was like, we're in the Christmas spirit. We've watched some really good movies lately. And I'm like, okay, where's this going to go in the Ho Ho Oh rankings? And I'm like, oh, people like this movie. I was like, maybe I've just I haven't been old enough to watch it, or maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset, or maybe it's me. It's not me. This movie's awful, dude. This is a garbage movie. This is a trash product. Shouldn't exist. Single-handedly is bringing down Christmas. I'll have none of it, guys, and that's why it gets the score that it gets. Guys, that brings us to the Ho-Oh-Oh rankings. Guys, take a guess. Can you guess where this one's going to land? Can you just take a wild guess, okay? So far, guys, we have number 1, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at a 9.8. We have number 2, Bad Santa at a 9.7. Number 3, Just Friends at an 8.3. Number 4, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 2000 movie with Jim Carrey, 8.2. Number 5, we had The Muppet Christmas Carol, 7.4. Number 6, The Polar Express at a 6.1. And number 7, A Charlie Brown Christmas at a 5.7. Guys, I didn't think anything could make A Charlie Brown Christmas look fantastic. I was proven wrong, guys. This goes at the bottom of the barrel. I don't think anything will be worse than this. I really don't, because I really just could not find a single redeemable quality in this movie. And at the end, Ralphie just gets the present. They told him he's going to shoot his eye out. He almost shoots his eye out at the end. His glasses save him. And then when he's like, oh my God, they were all right. I am going to shoot my eye out. And then he steps on his glasses. And then when his mom's like, what happened? He just lies to her and says, oh, an icicle fell down. Dude, you didn't deserve this toy. They got this toy for you. And then you broke your glasses. And then exactly what they said would happen. It endangered you. And you still lied? Ralphie, come on, man. Right on the naughty list you go. All right, guys. Well, that's another episode of Ho Ho Oh Night 8. a low point, and I don't think we're gonna approach this point again for this series. I could be wrong. There's a couple movies in here I haven't seen, but guys, I've said what I said, and you get what you get, and that's where we're at, guys. So appreciate you stopping by. 90 minutes of my life I could not get back. If you like this movie, I'm sure there are people out there that do. Good for you. I I'm not gonna be on that ship with you. I'm always here to give you guys an honest opinion. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and don't criticize me too much for it. So either way, guys, appreciate you stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, and until tomorrow night, guys. Peace.